students from across the country are preparing to launch rockets at Spaceport America, that's near TRC. It's a part of the 2022 Spaceport America Cup. Weather did play a factor, though, at Wednesday's event. Some of the launches had to be canceled because of the rain up there. And while the weather did put a damper on the event, the executive director of Spaceport America spoke to KTSM and said that all these students have a very bright future ahead of them.
Here in New Mexico happening today, the Spaceport America Cup is returning to the state. The event's opening day ceremony will be held at the Las Cruces Convention Center. Well, the Spaceport America Cup is the world's largest intercollegiate rocketry engineering contest. Over 2,000 people are expected to take part in that 5-day event. Now, this will include presentations, launches, and displays.
University students traveled from around the world to launch rockets at Spaceport America for the Spaceport America Cup, but today's weather put a damper on today's plans. KTSM 9 News reporter Shelby Kapp shares what the teams had to say about the event.
Weather was a factor here today at Spaceport America, with rain coming down off and on throughout the day and a cloud cover like you can see behind me, preventing rockets from being able to launch. But teams traveled from far away to be able to launch these rockets. I spoke with one team from Australia.
So we started at Melbourne, we went to Sydney, from Sydney to Honolulu, Honolulu to San Fran, San Fran to Denver, Denver to Albuquerque. So 5 stops.
Teams putting rockets together to then take them apart as launches were canceled, hoping to compete in the coming days. The executive director of Spaceport America saying these students are the future of space exploration.
They're the same students that go on to work for SpaceX, Virgin Galactic, Blue Origin, and they're the same people who are going to take us to the moon and to orbit. There's 4 space stations under design right now. We're going to go back to the moon in about a year or 2.
Officials say around 20 different countries came to compete. Among those universities that are competing include NMSU and UTEP. Officials hoping launches will continue on Thursday and throughout the weekend, depending on the weather. Reporting from Spaceport America, Shelby Kapp, KTSM 9 News.
Spaceport America Cup is the world's largest intercollegiate rocket engineering conference and competition. Tonight, a team of 11 undergraduates from USM's engineering campus, who named themselves Wow Rocketry USM, will begin their journey to the U.S.
We've been in development of this rocket known as Osprey, our 10K solid, for the past 2 years. And we drove down, super excited, for 27 hours. Took a 2-day trip all the way down to New Mexico.
All the way from Canada to New Mexico. How cool is that? Organizers also say they're hoping to begin launches first thing this morning and all throughout the weekend.
We are USYD Rocketry team, based in Sydney at the oldest university in Australia. Our team provides hands-on engineering experience to students at the University of Sydney, in addition to their regular coursework. After forming in 2016, our team has gone from strength to strength, becoming not just the first Australian rocketry team, but also the first Australian team to successfully launch to 10,000 feet. We started from humble beginnings and we worked our way to competing on a world stage. In 2019, we travelled to New Mexico to launch Silver Eye, and against all odds, we took out first place in the 10,000 foot COTS category. With this accomplishment, we set our sights on a new target. Our entry into the 30,000 foot COTS category is Bluewren. Bluewren will fly supersonic on a CTI N3301 motor and will carry a space junk capture demonstration payload. During the descent phase, a robotic arm will locate and grab a pendulum using computer vision for tracking. The entire airframe of Bluewren has been designed and manufactured by our student team. The body tubes are hand-rolled using carbon fibre weave. The nose cone and fins are custom shaped to minimise drag over the supersonic regime. Our bulkheads have been CNC machined in our school workshop. Our printed circuit boards are designed and soldered in-house for effective wire management. Throughout the design phase, we followed a rigorous testing regime, which included on-ground deployment testing to ensure the reliability of our recovery events. Following integration of the full system, we conducted repeated dry runs, working tirelessly to identify all possible failure modes. After countless months, planning our own test site for a launch, we made the long 13-hour drive to a sheep station in western New South Wales to finally launch Bluewren. This marked our first high-power rocket launch in the 2 years since the onset of the pandemic. Bluewren launched successfully to 31,500 feet and returned safely to Earth with all recovery events occurring as planned, and was the highest sounding rocket launch ever in New South Wales. Having reached 30,000 feet launching over our own backyard, we are prepared to take on whatever the future holds for us. It is our ambition as a team that drives us to go faster and higher, and it is our passion for rocketry that pushes us to show the world what we can achieve. After 3 years away, we're excited to be back.
Sydney next, so I'm going down there.
Spaceport America Cup for our first 30,000-foot launch in the air. We're in a launch of 30,000 feet carrying a space truck up to the Space Payload. I have a clear range and a clear sky. Counting down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At the event, we see a drogue chute has come out. That's the first part of a successful recovery. The drogue chute is out with a small parachute at or near the maximum altitude. We split the rocket apart, make it less aerodynamic, and help it fall in an orderly fashion without smashing itself. They're still looking for it in the sky. This is a 30,000 foot rocket. On telemetry, we have it is now back down to 25,000 feet under drogue. We have successful deployment of one parachute. Now it's falling. We just wait as it falls. The team is looking for their rocket. Playing telemetry antennas at it. We are pointing a camera at it, trying to find it in the sky.
There it is, I see it. Yeah, it's like shit right over there.
We just came through 19,000 feet.
Yep, it's coming down. Now, the hard part.
Just got another update. GPS says it's descending at 19,000 feet.
Yeah, on that side.
Oh my gosh.
It's almost to those little, it could be clouds. I see those two right up there. Yep. It's gonna go right between them. It's going closer to the right one actually. It's drifting to the right. Yeah.
University of Sydney's rocket is still in the air. It had a successful burn. It reached somewhere around its target altitude of 30,000 feet. Had one deployment event. The drogue parachute is out. We are waiting for it to come back down. The team is looking skyward, trying to figure out where its rocket is at. We have a camera operator tracking it. We also have telemetry provided by the team, showing the current altitude and location, tracking it on its way down. We just got a new update, 11,000 feet. It's at 11,000 feet. It's about 2/3 of the way back down. These launches to 30,000 feet take longer. It goes up higher. It takes longer for it to come back down. 9,000 feet, still tracking downward, 9,000 feet. First team members are starting to point at seeing their rocket. Pointing with their finger, see it with their eyes. Pointing their telemetry antennas at it so they can get better radio reception. Down to 6,000 feet. We're now getting 6,000 feet altitude, still descending at 1,500 feet. Main parachute should deploy 1,500 feet.
Come through 3,000 feet back here to the 1,000 deployment.
We're waiting on the main right about now.
Did you say me? Okay. 1,000 feet. Main deployment.
We have touchdown at the University of Sydney rocket. Great job, University of Sydney. That 30,000 foot rocket.
number one, first place. And let's face it, the point of a rocket in the first place is to carry a payload, so this is really where the money is. All right, we ready? This is for technical relevance, extensive pre-testing, and some pretty sweet post-test data analysis and visualization. And if I can crystallize anything that we've heard today, which is true both in your professional life and every other part of your life, right? I'm going to plant this seed now, and I'm really hoping next year we'll see some fruit from it. Or at least I'm wondering what fruit we shall see, is test as you fly. Really, really important. Team number 133, University of Sydney.
We are so excited. It's been a really long journey for us to get here today, all the way from Australia. It's been a really long learning curve and a really great week.